My name is Joel Davis, and we're at the South Valley Aquatic Center in Albuquerque. And this is a mosaic and painting mural that I just finished a couple months ago. I'm not from this neighborhood exactly, but I'm from about 2 miles that way in the South Valley of Albuquerque. I went to the middle school right there. I went to the elementary school right there. So that in and of itself was super cool to not only just put something in the community that I'm from, but the kids love it. All the kids that come up to me at the pool are like giddy about the motifs and the animals. And I've been trying to like meld form and function for years, and doing tile art for a long time and remodeling houses. I do that. So it was really big for me to actually land something on this scale that's just art, but I'm also reflecting upon the skills that I've honed doing contracting for like 20 years. They're converging. Those two elements of my contracting and my tile mosaic art are in a place where they're converging, and that feels really good to me. I'm hoping that my sculpture and my drawings and my paintings, like those will all converge too, because I feel like there's a nexus point of creativity that I'm finally tapping into and having the confidence to execute. One of the differences between my mosaic technique and a lot of other people's is I cut like bigger slabs and bigger pieces of porcelain. I'm basically taking construction skills and applying it to a medium that's not traditionally used in this sense. Like on some of the bigger mandalas, I mean, you have a porcelain piece that's like 32 inches and the weight of it is like over a pound plus. And when you're applying it, it's going to want to drip down. So I have to take all of those factors into consideration for the larger scale stonework. This was the most challenging part to install on the whole piece for a plethora of reasons, but the main reason being each one of these slabs is so big and heavy that it's all fighting you. So I had to have anchor points on every single like nexus point to deal with the gravity of it. And what's hilarious is when I first started installing this, it was a little bit to the side. So the mandala would have shifted off the wall because this wall isn't level and I went off of it. Anyway, long story short, I had to pull half of it down and clean it and put it back up. And thankfully my friend Frank was there. He keeps me from freaking out. He's a very grounded individual. Pretty traditional concept. I've just always wanted to do sandhill cranes. I kind of leaned into some Japanese stylistic design on these guys. And the clouds were almost just like hip hop bubble letter clouds, which I don't know. I didn't know if it would work or not, but I really like this. I'm gonna lean into this technique a little bit more. And in a photo, it's hard to see the scale. I think this is like 9 feet or something like that, if I remember correctly. The letters that were inspired by like what are the archetypical like, welcome to Palm Springs? Like there's a font style, but I was just riffing on the like vintage sign style from the 50s. The same premise in my context of like cutting them out is the same. Like I'll draw the letter and then I'll trace it onto clear plastic and transfer it over. But the single pieces are a lot harder because I'm one-shotting this with a grinder. And it's very heavy. Like this is probably like a 2-pound piece. It'd probably take me almost 2 hours to cut this piece out. So in a weird way, I like doing the impossibly hard cuts. A lot of people have accused me of using like a hydrojet machine. And I'm like, no, I'm just crazy. I'll just literally spend 2 hours cutting an E out. It's a whole process because you can't cut curves really on a tile saw. It's a series of hundreds of little straight cuts and relief cuts. And I guess that's something I've learned just doing tile work for decades now, is how to execute those cuts. At the mural unveiling, I wasn't nervous. I thought I'd be nervous or something, because I haven't had like that much attention drawn to me about my art, at least. And it was cool. It felt very authentic. I was just very pleased to see how many community members that I knew turned out. I was super grateful about that. And also just the amount of community engagement, like Albertsons donated stuff and just people wanted to be involved. I feel it was well received, and all the councilmen were cool. It was chill. Like I didn't know what to expect, and I went in just with an open mind, and it was fun. I obviously want to thank Bernalillo County, 1% of the Arts program, for giving me this opportunity to do this. It's truly what I want to do with my life, is make big art pieces. That's a path I'm fully committing to. My mom and sister helped out, Jesse Littlebird, my friend Bueno, who helped me with design, Steven Gutierrez helped me do all the painting. My friend Cyrus helped me install some of the mosaics. My friend Frank Padilla was clutch. He's a master craftsman and he's very zen. Denise Weaver helped me get my designs down. Ken Swanson from Burn Co., of course, he was very patient with me. And Todd Hebenstreet was the homie who made me actually apply for this, because I initially wasn't going to. And I'm super thankful that he gave me that little push, because it gave me the opportunity to make this big mosaic, which is awesome.